When we were at home, because we don't have a place to hide. So we just stayed home, and our home became a shelter for 3 more families. And it was very scary because the wind was like 160 miles per hour, and our house is on top of the mountain.
We knew, based on the track that was being reported, that it hit Mom and Dad, and they were right in the thick of things.
I was really scared, and I thought they weren't going to make it because it was such a bad hurricane, and their house isn't that strong of a house.
I really do believe it's a miracle that they were meant to survive and not be hurt so that they could help everyone around them.
The picture of their house on top of the hill, I just see it's a miracle that it's the only one that survived, and everything else. Dad said 90% of their village are destroyed, and they're the only one remaining standing. And from the way it looked on top of the hill, it should have been the one that got blown away completely.
You're talking about a wooden structure that was on top of the hill. There was no shelter around it. There was nothing to protect it. And all the homes around it were in the low-lying areas. And these were made, you know, the majority of these homes, yes, they were made out of bamboo, but there were some that were made out of concrete block. And these were the homes that were destroyed. And you had our parents' home was on top of the hill, and it survived. And I think it's part of the reason it survived is because so many people rushed to their home. The storm happened to strike at a time when they were holding their prayer meeting. So many people were there. So it was a miracle. There's really no other way to explain it. What should have been the first thing to get blown away was the only thing left standing.
I was very worried. It was very nerve-wracking. Those days not hearing from them, it's kind of hard not to hold back my tears and to think all worst-case scenarios until, you know, actually hearing from them. I was scared, but at the same time, in the back of my head, I knew it's my Lola and Lolo. They're pretty resilient, and they're always there. I felt that even though it was dangerous, I still felt that nothing was going to happen to them.
I was nervous and sad, and I prayed every day. At school too, we had special intentions for them. I was relieved, very relieved and happy, and thankful that we still have them.
They taught me to be nice to others and treat others how you would want to be treated, and they taught me about God and to always pray and be thankful for what you have.
They taught me a lot, especially to make the best of things and to thank God for every blessing that I have in my life.
I went to prayer meetings with them, so they really influenced a lot of prayer and faith in me, and I think that stayed strong till today. And it's always remained strong with them as well. It's a big part of how they live their lives and what they're doing now in the Philippines.
I thought it was nice how lots of people who didn't really know anybody from the Philippines or aren't necessarily Filipino came together to help out, and they showed that they cared.
You know, I was really amazed, not just by the Filipino community, but with Chicago overall, how all these people in Chicago, you know, really pulled through for the Philippines.
It was a heartfelt response from the city of Chicago, from people we didn't know, from all our friends and neighbors, from all the communities that we reached out to.
Our entire family wishes that we could do more. We wish that we can go over there and be there for them, but you know, we're doing what we can with everything that we have. They're really struggling. They're struggling, but they're trying to instill hope and faith into those people that have struggled and lost a lot.
right now our problem is the rebuilding. People are coming to me every day, like this morning at about 5 o'clock in the morning. There was already somebody in front of the house asking for help, financial help. And some kids got sick. So we also have hospitalization needs of the children. But thank God there are so many foreign missions that are coming in here trying to help us.
You can tell that he's concerned about the future over there. The lack of food. They've only had a few visits from any relief agencies, and that they're still trying to get shelter. The entire village over there is relying on mom and dad. They could come home anytime they want, but they don't want to.
It's not them to come home.
Yeah.
They always put others first.
Yeah.
I admire them. I admire them for what they're doing at their age. They should be retiring, and retiring in the Philippines, they should be living like kings and queens, and they're not. And they're doing this out of the goodness of their heart because of their belief in God.
I love them and I miss them, and they just need to stay safe, and I hope they can come home soon.
I really miss them, and then I'd really like them to come home, and I understand why they're there and I support why they're there, but I miss them a lot, and I really wish that they could meet their great-granddaughter.
I'm very proud and honored to have them as grandparents. There isn't very many genuinely great people in this world who make sacrifices of themselves and do work like that.